today, and last night the coast path has given me a taste of what it would have been like in more harsher conditions. I gotta say, I take my hat off to people that do this in the winter time and do it in early spring, because it was brutal, absolutely brutal. The tent held out, yeah. I've broken another one of these because I stepped on it and it came out in the night because I put it in halfway. But again, I'm glad I'm carrying that waterproof sleeping bag. I was questioning that. Well, I needed it last night, gotta say. Wow. There's the car park for this little hamlet here. Those people have been out there all night fishing. There's even more people there. I've seen another couple of wild campers here. So this is a very cool place. I won't mention it again, I don't want to hot it up. If you're paying attention, you might know. You'll have to look at the videos. This is fantastic. My leg as well, my knee, seems to have appreciated only walking 9 miles yesterday, and I believe it's a bit better. We'll see when I start walking. So close now. I can feel the finish line coming up. It is beautiful here. Harsh but beautiful. This beach goes on for miles. Apparently this is the small pebbles. As you get further along, the pebbles turn to big pebbles, and no one knows why, according to the Cicerone guidebook. This is an absolutely spectacular section of the coast. It's magnificent. So many places to wild camp on here. Look at this, it just stretches on and on and on. Over there, I'm imagining this Chisel Beach. That is also a spectacular thing to see. We'll see that later. Well, kind of forget that Britain is an island until you see it like this. Yeah, I know there's the imaginary borders between England, Scotland and Wales, yeah, but they're just man-made, made up, yeah, they're not real borders. That's the only border in Britain, yeah, the sea, all the way around it. And it's good to see it, you know, get some perspective. See how much rain fell during yesterday and last night. It's flooded parts of this road here. Look at this now. Just gotta say, I put my tent up there as I walked through this at 3:30. No one batted an eyelid. It was pouring down with rain. No one batted an eyelid. A few people that passed there this morning, very friendly to locals. Has restored my appreciation for the tail, because it was getting because all those private commercial campsites are starting to get me down. Fantastic. Let's hope the last few days are the same. Look at that over there. Chisel Beach. Absolutely spectacular land formation. Look at that. It's like a wall of sand. Yeah, look at it. It is a wall separating two parts. Goes all the way down there to Weymouth. Watch out. There's adders about. You better watch out because there's adders about. Can't help thinking that whenever I see long grass. Never mind ticks. Adders. Apparently, I saw on a card further back, adders are endangered species. It's against the law to kill them. They're dying out. Oh. Can't say I'm sorry to hear that. Don't like snakes. Don't like any snakes. All kinds of snakes in this road. It's like turning back towards the coast. There is something called the Inland Coastal Path, or the South Dorset Ridgeway as it's called now, that you can take. I consider taking that, especially with my knee playing up, but I think I'll stick to this one for now. This is why only noobs, people who ain't got a clue, camp anywhere where there's cows about, because they will find their way everywhere. Yeah, look at these. Look. How did they get in there? You might have thought you would have been safe in there with the trees. Nope. Look, they're all fascinated. Not today. Barbed wire fence keeping you out. Go back. I'm sheltering from someone's boat. As you can see, there's Chisel Beach over there. I've had to take this massive diversion to go around that because it's protected. Apparently there's some birds nesting there, so no one's allowed to walk on it because of that. This is apparently a natural lagoon. So I've learnt something there. I'm about 10 miles in today. It's like pouring down the rain again. It's eased off now, not as bad as yesterday. Bit of a different experience now. But when the sun comes out, it's still warm, but it's a bit of a chill in the air. Been used to this unusual weather. This is more like it. From yet another campsite that wants £36 for one night for someone in a backpacking tent. £36, just extortion. I mean, I hadn't watched a lot of videos on this trail. I haven't done, I don't do any research, but if I knew beforehand this is how it was, I would not do this trail, and I wouldn't recommend you do this trail if you don't like being ripped off, because you will be. Decided to cut across Weymouth. I ain't going down the Portland Bill, forget that. That's 14 miles of circuit where there's no even all commercialised. I ain't going that way, no way. I'm going to see now if I can cut across Weymouth. Well, I know I can cut across Weymouth and get to the other side of the coast path where it looks to be getting more remote. See if I can find somewhere to wild camp. Yeah, made it through Weymouth. Forget how small most other places are in Britain compared to London. I walked through the whole of it in about 30 minutes over there. looks much more wild campable. Don't you agree? Oh, looks like tent city behind me. There's about 5 tents there. Not sure if they're like homeless people or something, because those tents look a bit raggedy to me, or they just don't give two. I'm at Orpington Mills. Done nearly 20 miles today. This looks like a campsite that might be reasonably priced. Let's see. Well, £8 for the night. I say that again, £8. Morning. Just had a lovely stay at that fantastic proper campsite in Osmington something and other. I've just been told that the ranges which are just past Ludworth Cove are probably going to be closed, so I won't be able to go there. Oh, that's really bad news. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to. I know there's a massive diversion inland, but I ain't got the GPX tracks for that. I don't know if I'm going to undertake that or get a bus to Swanage, where the final stage is, to wait and see when we get there and see if they are really closed or not. But local knowledge seems to say they're closed. So there is Portland Bill, the 14.5 mile roundabout loop that I omitted yesterday after that camping fiasco. I'm surprised there's anything left of it. The amount of Portland stone, that's Portland stone buildings that are out in London, I thought it would all be disappeared, but there's still loads of it, look. As you can see, I'm walking back. I walked about 4 miles to a place to get some mobile signal. I just checked, the local was correct. They're firing all week on there. It's closed, so I wouldn't be able to go no further. I'm not taking the inland detour because that's not the coast path, and I ain't in the mood to walk that. And that still leaves you about 14 miles away from Swanage. So I forget that because it's a lot longer. So I'm walking back to the campsite. Oh, wind is really heavy. Back to the campsite. I know is £8 a night. Sit it out there. I might be getting a lift coming in tomorrow, maybe. If not, I'll have to wait another day. It'll take me round the range to Swanage, and I'll walk the last section. This is a bit like the Cape Wrath Trail, the last bit. There's a firing range there. You know, unless you plan it well in advance, it can happen. Well, let's see. Where did you come from, son? You weren't here in the morning. Don't you huff at me. Come on. Move your butt of rump steak. That's it. Thank you very much. Result, I can finally spend the day at the beach once I get set in back in my campsite. That's a result. Morning! Final day! Well, I'm glad to say that. So what's been happening? I got a lift bypassing those closed sections. Yeah, from what I understand, those ranges are only open summer holidays, Christmas, Easter, and a few weekends, or with some weekends, yeah. And there's no signposted diversion around it. You've got to rely on what's written in the Cicerone book, and you know my Cicerone dislike of that book. Anyway, I wasn't walking that. If it's closed, it's closed. Just have to go around it, find a way around it. I'm not sorry. Okay, let's go up there. Probably one of the last headlands. And then it's a walk along the nudist beach, I hear. I'm looking forward to that. This could be the final ascent. Ballard down over there, Swanage. I'm 4.5 miles away. There it is, the final descent down. See that long beach over there? That's the final point. And I think that might be the ferry, the chain ferry that goes across to Poole. I think Bournemouth's over there. We'll see. This is definitely the end. Most of the people I'm passing now, they look straight ahead, they don't acknowledge you. Definitely close to London now. 3 miles to go. It's nearly over. This epic journey has nearly finished. I mean, just look at this. The pig residents only, yeah? Well, I wouldn't want to stay anywhere called the pig. But look at this. Look at that. It's like Fort Knox there, securing the gate, when you can just climb over that. Some people. Don't worry, I ain't going over there. Keep the padlock. This is Studland Beach. During the Second World War, this was identified as a landing point for the enemy. So it was fortified. I'm guessing this, what these things are, up there, there. There was scaffold and stuff along the beach. Mortified positions along the beach. Whatever that means. No one, the enemy never got here, did they? The rest is history. So here it is. 630 miles of coast brings you to this very dirty beach. Apparently it's all to do with climate change. But I'm not liking this last bit, as usual. Too many people. The path is not very well defined. It's please yourself most of the places there. But let's get to the end and go home. I had enough. Got to say, once you get past the hustle and bustle with all the clowns at the start where the car park is, it's a lovely way to finish, very easy. This must be where the nudists are, because there's not a lot of people. We'll see. About 1.5 miles away now, this beach walk, and that's it. You know, I said I was looking forward to walking through the nudist beach. Well, you can scratch that for a start. This is the first nudist beach I've ever walked through. I grew up watching Benny Hill and Carry On films, yeah? And in my head, a nudist beach would be filled with, you know, page 3 type ladies and beautiful people. That is furthest from the reality of it, yeah? But it's cool. Live and let live. If you want to walk about like that on a designated beach, that's your business, yeah? But I will say most of you need to walk on the coast path a bit, yeah? Do some exercise. There is the chain ferry. We're very close now. The GPS is in yards. I love that, as you know. There it is. I'm going to say no more about the trail. I've said enough. But it's all happy now. 630 miles. It's come to this.